What everybody, thank you. What has everybody been doing since our last meeting? What's been going on? Share anything with me. Gary, what are you eating there? In Cape Coral, where I used to live?
You know, it's not polite to talk with your mouth full. You shouldn't have done that to me. Come on. Having some banana, Cape Coral banana.
You know, I have to tell you again, Gary, it's got to be weird being in a place that's not my home, though. Right?
We were actually down by the condo yesterday, and you know, it just it just took us right back, right? To
Yeah.
Such a great time and spot. And at the lobster lady yesterday. So, you know, all of
I
that
saw
would
those
be
photos.
on our list if we hadn't had Peggy in our lives.
Well, I am so blessed again to have everybody in our lives. So, okay, who's going to share? Who's on there? Dee Dee, how are you? Good morning.
Good morning. I'm sorry I'm a little late, guys.
That's
Hello,
okay.
nice to see you all.
I hung up the phone, the call last week, and when Jean and Susan came back, I told them what you did. I told so many people about how you celebrated New Year's with us with the tradition of the song and singing, and that was really a treat. That makes this group very, very special. Very special.
Thank you, Peggy. After that, I'm like, I had gym hair. Oh my God.
Okay.
But you know, do it imperfectly and just share. I was so happy to do that, even though it was just to bring you guys a little Christmas spirit and cheer. So I hope you guys all had a wonderful weekend and ready for what lays ahead, right? For whatever lies ahead.
Exactly. So appreciate it. Tucker, I see you there.
That's
Good morning.
me.
Hi, what's going on?
It's colder than cold outside.
Oh no, it's cold here.
Oh, it's gonna get colder next week, Tucker.
I know that.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean I like it.
I'm missing the snowstorm on Monday. If it was today, I would have gotten to stay. I would have really gotten to stay. So, okay.
I'm just planning a great 2024.
Good. Good.
Regardless of the economy.
Okay, so tell us about that.
The economy is in a free fall and all the trending signs are not good. However, professionals can build a workaround, and that's what I'm doing.
So what are you building as a workaround?
Well, I'm doing more organic things. I'm observing more. I am reading more about what's happening in the marketplace, and I'm going to take advantages of real estate opportunities, and I've got clients that are doing the same thing.
Fantastic.
Now, having said that, new construction of single family is still very robust, and so I'm going to increase working with builders and having my team work with builders. And I think that everything a leader does should be followed by the pack. So you should lead by example.
Exactly. So who else has got a 2024 plan? We did a business plan with Gary. How many have looked at their business plan that we spent all that time on?
Dee Dee has.
Dee Dee does.
Stacy.
She's following really good. So Dee Dee, tell us about what you've been looking at and how your business plan is going to go into action.
Well, I'm going to be talking to a lot of people for sure. I'm going to put my superpower to action, which is talking. I'm not bashful about just going up to someone and just say hi. Remember from last week? Hey.
Yeah, hey.
Or hola, ¿cómo están? So I just want to put that into practice. I've been always told, oh my God, you're just a chatterbox. Put it away, shut it. But you know what? EXP and you guys have given me the license to go ahead and chat away. So I want to approach a lot more people. But I am putting a 5-year plan into action, not just 1 year, a 5-year, because I had a great class yesterday with Chris Nolan. I don't know if you guys know him. He coaches along. He's also in with Tanya, and he also did a business plan, a 5-year plan, and he said, "What do you guys want to do in 5 years, personally, business wise, and all that stuff?" And I said, "Well, I dream after helping so many people and putting myself out there that I will sit at a beautiful lake house." With a turnkey, no fixer upper, because I always do fixer uppers. I'm just tired, and I would like a turnkey in 5 years on a beautiful lake, at least waterfront, whatever it is, a brook, a river, whatever. I just want water to be in front of me when I wake up in the morning, and I want a fabulous lake house. And so then we talked about, a reverse planning or reverse engineering, and then we went backwards. And my goal is to talk to more people. I have to get out there and just, like the gentleman said, do more organic things. I'm also reading a lot, which is wonderful. I recommend this book. It's amazing. It discusses the market now, and I'm putting a lot of that into action along with the budget and the business plan that Gary helped us with. It is a life changer. You see everything. So I've been scaling back and putting more money into my real estate. But just reaching out to people, have more humble conversations. And one rule that I also learned this past week is have conversations like you're talking to your mom and dad. Don't be discouraged. Don't be intimidated, whoever it is. Just go up and say, "Hey, Grady, how you doing? How you doing this morning? What's up? How are your kids? Or how are your nieces, nephews, or whatever have you? Peggy, you want to have coffee this morning?" I'm like, or "I'm hungry for a bite. Let's go." Very, very humble, like you're helping your mom. How would you help your mom, your dad? And that was a game changer. I started that yesterday, Peggy, and I don't want to chat away and give everybody else a chance, especially Gary, who I always interrupt. um, is that I put that into practice yesterday, and my conversations went so much smoother and a lot of more listening, because I tend to chat. And so listen and converse like you're talking to your mom or dad.
So I
That
love what you're saying, and that is one of the things I was going to talk about, is that I'm launching off of this. I also coach, and I have been doing it with Sarah's group for a while now, and I'm going to be launching a 90-day to start a coaching session. I'm putting it all together. It's called Conversation with a Purpose. It's going to be very affordable. I put it on my dream board. We've been like kind of testing it here. And Sarah, well, first I want to introduce, I'm in Sarah Gibson's office. And if I could tell you guys how gorgeous this is. Now, I know we're a brick and mortar company. However, we all have the opportunity, if we would like, to rent space. So Sarah and her husband bought this building a few years ago, and it is just, I could move to Kentucky for this alone. Wow. This atmosphere here is great. And her team, we had to put them in the other room, unfortunately, because of the reverb. But I want to introduce you, the women that I've been hanging out with. So Katie, you want to introduce everybody sitting there and just talk a little bit about your team and how you are, because this is a model team. I love what's going on here.
We're so happy that you're here, Peggy. I met a lot of you, but I'm Katie. I'm Sarah's daughter. I work with mom and my dad. My dad does a farming business, so I take care of both of their books and kind of the admin stuff. And then Jennifer is a licensed realtor as well. She's mom's assistant. She kind of keeps this place together. How long have you been working here?
I think Sarah, I've been with you for 6 years.
You were 23.
Yeah, I'm
Yes.
30 now.
Yeah, six,
So.
7 years. So Jennifer's been around a long time. She's
Yeah.
our sister from Louisiana.
Yeah.
And then this is Deb Thomason. She's a family friend of ours, longtime friend, but she's a realtor as well and works with us.
So these guys have rolled out the welcome mat for me. And if you weren't on Facebook or you haven't seen any of my posts, I left Jean and Susan's house, I think Monday morning, early Monday morning, 7 a.m. And if you're on the East Coast, it's an hour before you. California, it's a 4-hour difference. And this beautiful woman here went to Nashville to pick me up. My flight was supposed to get in around 4:30 and it kept getting delayed and delayed. So I made it to Houston with absolutely no problem. And we all talk about moments that come up and how are we going to react in that moment. And we both have personalities that could be zoom, 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 zoom. What was so great is she was in one part of the country, I'm in another part of the country, and I felt so bad because my flight kept getting delayed. And every time I called Sarah, she was like, no worries, I'm shopping. No worries, I never have time by myself. I'm going to this store. No worries, I'm in Trader Joe's. No worries, I'm going to go to Costco. So let me just tell you a quick Costco thing. Because she said she was going to Costco, I said, would you please pick me up a pair of Apple earbuds? Because I have Apple earbuds. But apparently Jean thought they were his. And when I went to leave their house the other morning, he had put them away somewhere. So she's at Costco, she got me my earbuds. Then you went to
I went to dinner.
She went to dinner. And then she went to the movies. So there was you were so calm. Whereas you could have been like, we have a 2-hour ride. I can't believe this. What am I going to do? Talk about your mindset on where you were. Because I was in the airport. I was so calm. I mean, for me, it was like there was nothing I could do. Maybe if I had Ashley's gun with me, I don't know.
That's asking a lot. Yeah, it was just, well, number one, you were worth the wait. We were all excited about you coming. And I know how the Nashville airport is. If she had like 4 bags, I mean, this girl does not travel light. And to get
It's not, we talked about no discussing my luggage.
Okay, well, there it is. It's out in the open. Your dirty
Kevin
little
knows.
secret. So to get from baggage claim at the Nashville airport, because there's doing all these multi-year renovations, you have to take that stuff a long haul to where you could get an Uber or a taxi or a shuttle. And I thought, there's no way Peggy's gonna be able to do that. So I ended up thinking, you know what, here it is, 8:45, I'm going to a movie. So I go to this movie and nobody checked my ticket. I ended up seeing 2 different movies.
For the price of one.
Not even the whole movies, but
How I roll.
That's how I roll.
and, it was fine. It was all good. But the mindset thing is just, you know what, getting upset. And we all practice this with our clients. We may get mad, another agent's doing something stupid, a seller's acting wrong, a buyer's acting wrong. But when you pick up the phone with your cooperating partner, you're always in that calm mindset. And I think all of us are so practiced at that, it becomes your default. So, yeah.
And it was so good. And we said, okay, at one point, just get a hotel because I didn't get into 2:00 in the morning is bottom line of the story. I was supposed to get in at 4. I got in at 2 and things happened along the way through this trip and through this journey. And being in the airport and, your flights are getting canceled. You don't know what's going on. I have to tell you, the airport was calm. I truly believe that when you see the chaos, the news media, as we know, they go and they look for the person that is going to be frantic and pissed off. And it's weather, it's thundering and lightning. There's no way I don't know where your mindset would be, but it was calm. And Gary, I had an elevator moment in the airport, and I said to Sarah, I truly believe, I think I told you about the woman next to me.
Yeah.
I truly believe that my flight was delayed to be in front of this woman. So we get there, and like I said, there's thousands of people everywhere. And the gate agents, and I was on United, they were calm, they were great. But I met this family who sat down with me, and there were two women, and their mom was 80 years old. It was the second time she'd ever flown in her life, and it was her 80th birthday. So they sat in a row with me, and we were starting to chat, and they were really, really good. They were excellent. Her mom says, of course, she's never going to fly again. They'd just come off a cruise out of Houston. Kevin, I was thinking about you. But my point is, we had to then leave where we were when our flight was canceled, get on the tram, go somewhere else. And when we sat down, the mom said to me, would you sit next to me? And so it was one daughter here, her mom, and then there was a woman that we didn't know, and the other sister sat on the side. I started to watch the woman next to me. You know how you can feel energy? And Gary, what do you think I did? I said, hello. I said, hi. And she looked at me, and I could tell she was about to lose it. So I started talking to her calmly. I started asking questions. I asked her where she was going. She started telling me this is the first time her daughter she's ever left her daughter. Her daughter's 9 years old. She had never left her daughter before. And she's turning red. The tears are coming. She's got to get to a meeting. She's absolutely panicking. And I just thought to myself, okay, what would I do if I was coaching someone? And every one of you here has the ability to do this. This isn't a superpower, guys. This is just like my elevator moment that lasted a little bit longer. I started distracting her. And when you can help someone be distracted, wouldn't you agree you change their mindset? We do what's called a pattern interrupt. Y'all know what a pattern interrupt is when you automatically, somebody's talking and you go in and you change the subject. I felt so blessed to get her calm. We talked about what she was wearing to her meetings, what it was going to look like when she walked into the room. The whole thing, and I was channeling, I have to tell you, each and every one of you, and Gary, I was channeling our elevator, because what do I say to you guys? Stop, look around, and just say hello. You have no idea what a smile or a hello will do for someone. So that was part of my journey. So I truly feel that I was meant to be there on that delayed flight, and to be able to talk to her. And she calmed me too. I mean, you know, you get what you need from everybody here.
I think you get what you expect, not what you want. So if you expect the whole, airport in that situation to be chaos, that's what you're going to get.
Right. And it wasn't. So it was really unbelievable. So I could have said, no, I'm not coming. I mean, there was like, I'm talking to Ashley on the phone. There's storms everywhere. I'm getting text messages from friends. Sarah's checking the weather. There was stuff about wind. It would have been very easy to have said, nope, all these obstacles are coming, and I'm just going to retreat and go home, because there was a flight to California at 9 o'clock that I could have gotten on.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, I made a commitment. I'm going to do this. The universe is showing me that I need patience. That is one of my biggest things going into 2024. I mean, I made a commitment, and I was going to show up. And I have to say, I don't know, honestly, if a year or two ago, I would have really stayed the course on this.
Made them more reactive.
Exactly, I might have been more reactive. So we're all talking about going into 2024 and what's going on, and we're gonna talk about the event that
Peggy,
last night. Yep,
I love that. I love the fact that you made a commitment and you're not gonna better deal anybody. I think that's very important.
I
You
like
know,
that, Tucker, better deal. I like that.
You know, I really don't like people that do that. I mean, if I've got a commitment on Super Bowl Sunday and somebody asks me to go to the Super Bowl, I have to say, I'm sorry, because I didn't make allowances for that. I mean, I'm just not going to better deal anybody. And I think you put out to the world what you expect to come back.
thank you. That better deal, man, I'm not gonna better
That's a
deal
good one.
anybody. What a great thing to live by. Because we do get opportunities, we get other things to be asked. And, you know, I think that when you are true to your word, it cost me $250,000 this year. I'm gonna tell you guys that. But no matter what, I kept my word. My word is everything. That's a whole nother story for another day. But yeah, my word was
Peggy.
everything. That's something.
And
Oh,
I
Peggy,
think I'd also think it's incumbent upon us to pass that along to our clients. If they want to better deal your client, just say, come on, what good is your word?
Mm-hmm.
You know,
So-
let's go on with this deal and leave some meat on the bone for the next guy. Whatever.
It's so good in words. So I asked you guys a few weeks ago, do you have a song that's going to describe you? Remember? How many of you were on that call when I said, what's going to be your song? Did anybody pick a song? Mickey, what song would describe you? You're sitting there pretty quiet there in the corner.
I don't think I was on that call, but I don't know. I mean, off the top of my head, I would say it's the Hey Mickey song. Just
I
fun
do
and
love that song.
So
I'd say
everybody
Benny
picks
and the Jets.
Benny and the Jet.
Oh,
yeah.
We have words that we pick and I said, let's take it to another level and do a song. So do you guys know why I came out here, why I was invited to come here? Let me tell you, I was so honored to be at their dream board night. Do you guys want a fun thing to do with friends to get people together? Okay. Well, first of all, Katie's on the call there, and she and Jennifer, they set up everything.
while I was out shopping and going to movies and eating in Nashville.
They set up everything. So how many of you guys know what a dream board is? First of all, let's go to
Or
that.
vision board.
Vision board, dream board, vision board. Okay. How many of you have ever done one? When was the last time you did one? How many people have done? You guys unmute yourselves today because we're a small group.
about 5 years ago.
Okay. Anybody else do one in the past?
I'm
5
in the
years?
process of
I did one
re-upping
last
mine.
month.
Stacey, you did one last month? Okay.
Yep.
Grady, you got your hand up. You
No.
did.
Yes, yeah, I did one with Dave Kennard's fire group. We did one beginning of last year, I believe.
Beginning of 2023.
Yes,
Okay. So you haven't done a 2024 one.
no,
This board, I think I'm true.
So on your board, what came true?
the
Right there.
I've got mostly, aspirations and things that I want to get when I get to my ultimate goal. But I just started doing the Kickstart program with Dave and his group. I don't know, Dee Dee, it sounds like you're a part of that as well. So that's making a lot of stuff come true for me right now. Hitting my numbers. I was ill for a long time and it kind of took a pause from real estate, and so I'm now getting back into it. And the Kickstart program has helped me, along with the vision board, because I keep the vision board there to keep me motivated to attain the things that I want.
So you're looking at your vision board as we speak. You still have it up?
Yeah, it's right here. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it because I've got but it's right there.
Oh, okay.
All the
I see it.
pictures.
I
and
see
stuff.
it.
I've got
There
in
it
my
is.
office. Yep.
So we did the vision board last night, and first let me walk you through how this went. You start from the whole process on how you invited people, because we want to tell you guys how to do this, and it was so successful and fun.
So we invited just it wasn't just agents, it wasn't just EXP agents. Katie invited some friends her age. Jennifer brought her neighbor. I encouraged people to bring a friend if they felt more comfortable. I invited a couple of agents that we feel like we want to get in partnership with, and they both showed up, which was huge, and they had a great time. Deb was there, one of my favorite loan officers, and her, who's also a family friend, but and her new, I guess she's a receptionist.
Assistant.
But yeah, assistant. Yeah, we just invited a lot of people, sent them a save the date, started a Facebook private event, Katie did. And then Katie, I'm going to let you take it from there because you were really the boots on the ground with this.
Yeah, we started doing this in 2020. Me and my sister and my mom sat in our basement. Well, this was 2019, and made our first vision boards. I don't know, mom had gotten it at a coaching somewhere, something like that. Neither Emily or I were interested in real estate, but we sat down and did vision boards. And then the next year, mom put together a group of who we call influential or powerful women, people that we want to be around. We're not all in real estate, but everybody's striving for a big goal. And so we did it here at the office. And then the last 2 years since then, or 3 years, I guess, we've had such a big turnout that we've moved it out to a bigger location. So it's always a women's event. My dad shows up every once in a while, but we put together a group of influential women that, you know, we aspire to all have traits like, and a lot of it is people that we work with, but like I have friends that are in marketing or supply chain management, all these things, that are just doing really big things. And so we want them all together and pull ideas together. So put our list of people that we wanted to invite together. We took some ideas of things we've done in the past. We've done a visualization activity, kind of reviewing past goals at the beginning to kind of get your mind in the zone to start putting dreams together on a board. And then we always provide, or Sarah provides, the cork board or the foam core boards, magazines, scissors, glue, you know, all of the logistical things. So then it's just a big cut and paste party. And it's always fun because when in the past we've all been at one table, and it might be, you know, my word for the year is focus, and Jennifer's across the table and she finds it in a magazine. It's like, oh, this is something you were talking about. And so you're working on your own, but you're also collaborating with everybody else. So it's always a lot of fun.
It was so successful. And what I loved about the mix of people is because even if you're not in real estate and you invite your friends, let's face it, everybody knows realtors. Wouldn't you agree? So how cool is it now for your friends to start talking about what they did and where they went, and there were agents there. And if somebody says, well, I would like to be invited to that. Well, it all snowballs, and it's how can you help others? So one of the things that I think was the coolest was there were these books out there, guys,
Amazon,
on Amazon, vision board clip art. And these books were lying all over the place. I love this one, Boss Lady. So all of these books were out. This is travel vacation. This was, you know, weddings, women, beautiful clothes, all of that. So if you're saying to yourself, well, she brought magazines, this was a small investment.
Oh, I think I maybe had $200 in supplies, honest to Pete, only $200. That was foam core boards, roller adhesive. Of course, we had scissors.
Yeah.
And these books.
And when you see what was created, so let me set the stage for you. Everybody started coming in. And what we did first was we ate and everybody brought something.
Yeah, just appetizer.
Kind of like a potluck, but it was just lots of food. And when you walked in, the tables were all set and you had your cork board, you had your scissors, you had your glue, you had all the things that you need to create. So we ate and everyone got to know each other. And then I had prepared a couple of visualization things that we did. And I took them through an exercise of visualizing your future self. And so I had everybody close their eyes and I walked them through visualization of their future self. We also did the I am statements. You know, we have some time here. Do you all have a piece of paper and pencil near close by? Can you get one for a second? Because you can't do this on a huge group, but we can do this on a small group. So who's in on trying something fun right now?
Stacy, don't do this while you're driving.
But you can do it in your head.
And I think Kevin is driving too.
Kevin, or yeah, I don't know if his Stacy is in the car. So I would love for you to write at the top, I am. So I had these all, Sarah set everything up the way I wanted it to be, very simple for everybody. And then I want you to do the alphabet all the way down. There's 26 letters in case we forgot. And Katie Gibson's group sitting over there, the girls, feel free to do this again because you might have different words come up. So let me know when you have the alphabet written down. And Stacy, who's driving, you really can do this through in your head. So all of this is so simple to hand out to everybody. So if you don't get through the whole alphabet, that's okay. But let's go up to Q, or as far as we can go. And then quickly, what I'd love for you to do is, I just want you to describe yourself. So you're going to say, I am, and then just go real quick with the letter that corresponds. So I'm amazing. I'm abundant.
I do like abundant. I like that one. I have used awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I am beautiful. I am
Blessed.
blessed. Are you guys catching on how this goes? But it's really, really quick. I am dedicated. I am elegant. I am fantastic.
Fabulous.
Fabulous. I'd love to say I'm frugal, but I'm not. Right, Ash?
Yeah.
So we had some music playing in the background. I am happy. I am intelligent.
Jay, we came up with like jokester.
Jokester.
Joking. I don't know. I was struggling with Jay. Joyful.
Joyful.
That was one somebody said.
Done the joyful part. Lovable, laughable, living.
K was kick ass.
K was kick ass. Yep.
Can we use extra for X?
So let me know when you've gotten through it. And Stacy, just start doing it in your head. I'm amazing. I'm beautiful. I'm confident. I'm dedicated. I'm elegant. I'm fabulous. I'm genuine. You know,
Because I did like that one.
genuine.
Mhm.
So this is such an easy exercise to do, but the purpose of this was I wanted people to get in a great mindset. Because some people come in going, I don't know if I want it. Somebody used the word woo-woo.
Yeah.
And that was my husband's favorite word. Oh, you go do all that woo-woo crap. So we set the stage for getting people elevated. And then we did a quick exercise on energy. And we had everybody rub their hands together. It's kind of hard if you're alone, but you can rub your hands together. And then we did the energy where you start here and you walk back as far as you can to feel someone's energy. Now, that's a fun thing. If you have kids, you can do that with them. You can do it with other family members, a spouse. Just say, hey, I want to try something with you. I learned something today. I want to see if this works. So I'm going through this pretty quickly. So we had that. And then on the table, I asked Katie to print out a ton of words. 100 ideas for the word of the year. Because again, some people have never done this before. So we wanted to help them out. So we had words that they could do. I had my whole story written out on what I read about going to see your future self. And then I put together this, and Katie was so cool on this. I asked them, I told them that the next thing I wanted to do was to write a letter to their future self. And I said, could you get some pretty stationery? And let's have it all set up for them. So the stationery was there. And if there was a guest, it was blank. But the people that we knew that were confirmed, it already had their name printed up top. So Katie, how long did it take you to do all this?
The stationery?
Yeah,
The words.
the
The
words.
ABC.
Because I don't want people to be overwhelmed, because we kind of we've been brainstorming about this, and I asked you to do the IMs with the alphabet there, so it would be there. I asked you to do the letterhead, so it would be there. We got the words together.
The stationery, I mean, I did it on Canva. So I mean, to type every person's name out, maybe 5 minutes. And we were talking about it on Tuesday when Peggy had got there and just going over everything. And I had forgotten we were doing the IM. So I literally threw that together that afternoon in a couple of minutes and just printed out several of them. So
I don't want you to feel that there's a lot involved with it. And it was pretty easy. And I think, you know, we had, when they were writing their letter, how many of you have written a letter to your future self? Gary? Okay.
Nikki, no.
Mickey has done it. So you write a letter and you just put everything down that you're going to be celebrating. And we had some really cool music going.
Yeah, it starts with like, okay, you're picturing yourself at the end of 2024 or 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, whatever that time period is. And Peggy did this really cool guided meditation that, you know, you could picture yourself and what was it you said, you know, what was it that you accomplished? And then your current self's talking to that person at that point, and you're saying, okay, what did you do? How did you do that? What changed? And your future self had the answer. And that was
a great idea. That
was so telling. And I did this for the first time, I think in 2013. And it was such a pivotal moment for me that's always in my head. So when she started that guided meditation like that with the instruction of whatever it is you're wanting to accomplish, the person that you're meeting, your future self has already done that. Now you can have that conversation with that person and pick their brain. How did they do it?
And I'm happy to share this with you guys. I wrote out the whole guided meditation on what I read and how you're meeting your future self. So we set up a storyline and I read it slowly and had everyone close their eyes. Oh, I did a breathing exercise to start it. Because there were some people at the table who were fidgeting, and there were some people who had never heard of this before. So we set the stage where we did an introduction. I talked a little bit about what I do, and then I asked everybody to just put everything down. And then I said, close your eyes. And we can do this part right now. We got 15 minutes. Close your eyes. And all I want you to do is take a deep breath in. Take another one in. Then we did another one. And one last one, a real deep one. And you can even have like a noise when you let it out, like. Everyone, you could see their shoulders going down, them relaxing. It set the stage to move into the next section of this, because we had people who were not believing. We really did. We had people who were like, I'm not going to do this. It was so incredible to see everybody's body just kind of slump into a chair and see their, their twitches kind of go away. So if you are having a day where you're stressed, I always say you can start your day over at any time. So if that's happening to you, I invite you to just breathe. I invite you to start the I am statements in your head. I can't tell you how many times during the day I have to start running through that alphabet. So I've shared with you that one of my favorite books is Unfuck Yourself. Please get it on audio, get the book, get the workbook. It will change everything. It is a game changer. So we went through that. Again, I'll share any of this with you. I've already worked on it. So let's not do, I don't want you guys to reinvent the wheel.
We can upload it and put it in the files on the Wednesday.
Yes. And I'll just touch it up a little bit there. But I want to show you, do you guys want to show your boards?
They didn't bring theirs.
Oh, they didn't bring it. Okay.
This is this is mine from last year. And I was all about calming, because we had come off of, everybody just had a crazy chaotic year selling, a ton of real estate. And so I was really looking for just some peace. This year, my focus is a 5-year plan. So I've kind of just identified things images that bring to mind when I look at it of what that 5-year plan goal is. But doing, you can have a vision board party and you can sit down and you can just start going right to the cutting and pasting and have a great time. But if you
I like the size of that vision board.
it's 11 by 15 foam board from Amazon. But if you set the stage with this meditation of allowing yourself to get into that space, to release some limiting beliefs, then as you start to find images, you'll find that you will believe that the sky's the limit. So I think that was a very important part of what we did.
I have to agree on that. And everybody walks in, they have had, it's busy. It's 5 o'clock, 5:30 in the afternoon. It's pouring rain out and windy, and everybody's coming in with a different mindset. So you do want to do a clearing, even if you do it. And, if you want to start out with your family and do it with your children, it is so much fun. You will get so much out of it. So what I did was I went to the magazines, and you really, I wrote a note to myself on the back. You really don't know what's going to show up on your board. And that's the exciting thing too, is that all of a sudden it just starts coming together. And I started cutting things out. And some of the things for me where I'm hooked on the future. That said, I'm hooked on fishing, and I changed it to hooked on the future. What I want to say to you is that if you don't talk about your vision board, it's not going to come true. So I want you guys to know that I am really declaring my biggest thing here up in the corner. No excuses. You know, top priority, it starts with no excuses. So that worked its way through it. I think the other important thing that we talk about a lot, you got to love yourself. You got to be one with yourself. You got to let shit go, guys. I had a crazy year. It's like my dining room chairs, they're gone. So are there things in your life in 2024 right now that you've already carried in from 2023 that you said you promised yourself you weren't going to do that? So things started getting released here. But the theme of this, because again, it's a blank slate, right? We've all got, you know, this wonderful year coming up that you can do anything you want on. And when it started coming together, Gary, I'm thinking in my head about the business plan, and all of a sudden, one of the clip things is business plan. I was channeling you, and it popped right up there. Coming from abundance, we are all blessed to have extremely influential, successful, and wealthy people in our lives. I'm talking about Gene Frederick and Bert Gove, Glenn Sanford, and a few others. So if you have the mindset of a millionaire, of a millionaire lifestyle, that's going to start showing up in your life too. Think about this. I shared this story with this group. You all know who Gene is. They have no idea who Gene is. But he started with a dream board of a boat. Then it went to a cabin cruiser. Then it went to maybe a little bit more of a yacht. We all know the story. He's got the largest catamaran style yacht in the Caribbean. Less than 10 years later. To give you an idea, right now, the boat is in Florida. And if the company is redoing it. And the redo work on a couple of small things that we're doing is $1 million. So can you imagine how much this yacht cost? Do you think when we saw that every day driving into Gene's garage, don't you think we kind of laughed at him and said, Gene, we're done with the boat, you know, this is great, whatever. But it came true. So the other thing I want you to think about is if they're not laughing at your board, making fun of it, you haven't put things on it that are big enough. So in this, I really dream it, believe it, achieve it. I ended up doing 2 boards. A lot of people did 2 boards on it. I put crazy shit down here. I put a wedding. What? I don't know where that came from, but all of a sudden there was a diamond, there was a wedding. Okay, who knows? I definitely.
Gary's got his hand up.
Where's Gary? Go, Gary.
I'm here. So I just wanted, not to interrupt, I want to take a second. And I think something like you know, a lot of us know the Keller Williams days and a lot of incredible trainings. And there was a gentleman who came in and did a class, and I don't remember what it was on, but what he did, and this is the point I want to make for all of us, is he had each one of us write TAN at the top of our page, right? Just the letters TAN, and wasn't going to tell us until we were done with the exercise and everything we were doing what that meant. So in the end, when we got through what we were doing and he had us crafting something for ourselves, much like we're doing here or committing to do, those abbreviated letters mean take action now. And, you know, for me, that was really pivotal. And, you know, I have a, I don't know if you can see it, but there's TAN on my arm. And I think it's really important to, as much as you can, write TAN on anything you're going to really commit to, right? That if you're going to make it a substance, and just be it or not, right? You know, don't hold yourself consciously guilty of not achieving something yet. Just do everything you can in your power to go after it, right? And that's, I think, something that each one of us should aspire to do, whether it's health, your vision board, your business, you know, like Reading saying what he's doing this year. And I see he's got his hand up, so I'll stop talking right away so he can have his time. It's really important. And that's really, it's a simple message, right? TAN.
I love that. Love, love, love. What a great add-on. Tucker.
I'd like to make 3 comments. First of all, Zoom is a great way to communicate all over the world, but it becomes more impactful if people can see you. So I would encourage everybody to get away from photographs and their names to see you. Number 2, I love the 3-dimensional flowers behind you, Peggy.
That's all Sarah's decorating.
Well, I think it adds interest to your picture, and that's been in the back of my mind. And number 3, which is as important, knowledge is power. Everybody have your vision board done, but read about the economy, your local economy, the national economy, be able to discuss everything. I don't care what it is with your clients, and you'll make more money.
That's perfect. And the other thing is there's a sign behind here, and let me just scoot over for a second. Can I, so I don't know if you can see this, but Gene Frederick, who by the way is going to be our guest speaker next week, he coined this sign. Trademarked it too. He trademarked it. Making real estate fun again. That's huge. You got your book. Making real estate fun again. That's what it's all about, guys. Because if you're not having fun, you shouldn't be doing this. Because if you're not having fun, your clients aren't going to be interested in you. You're going to be boring and they're going to go somewhere else, right? There's a lot of competition out there right now. Mindset is everything. So let's think about and let's visualize for next week. So normally there's a text message that goes out for reminders, and I can't get into it, but there's a huge glitch right now and a cost thing. And Ashley, I'll talk to you later about this. To send out those reminders last week for Gene's meeting that he did with Glenn Sanford. I don't know if any of you guys saw it. If you didn't, it's on YouTube. It's everywhere. Please go see that. It was over $700 Gene and Susan paid for one text to go out. Crazy. So we're trying to figure out, okay, how are we going to get the word out here? Because we're not sure if we're going to be texting anymore. We need to have this filled next week. Wouldn't you agree? Having Gene on this. So what can we do to get as many people on this Zoom organically, or groups, or I need your help to get people on this? And possibly next week there'll be a text going out. I'm not sure yet, but I just kind of want to put that in the back of your minds. The other thing that I just want to say to you is have fun. Really have fun. Everyone deserves to have a seat at the table. And that's the other thing for 2024. Don't feel you don't belong. There are so many groups out there that want to help you. There are so many people. I spent the last week surrounded with people and hanging with people that just for pouring into me, but pouring into others, just like I want to pour into you guys. So did you see the Glenn Sanford, Brent Gove, Jean Frederick, Veronica Zoom?
Update. It was the update.
It was the update vision. Okay. We are a company where you can do anything, because that was Glenn Sanford's update, right? He got on there. He put it all together. Does everybody know who Glenn Sanford is? Not. Brent Gove did that. Brent was sitting around the table talking to Jean and a couple other people a few nights before. And he said, you know what? We need an update. And he put that all together like in 3 days with Glenn. And it was a huge, huge success. So at this company, you're not just an agent. You're an owner in this company. That's what makes a difference. We're going to Hawaii in 2 or 3 weeks, 18 days, 17 days. That's a Brent Gove and Jean Frederick event. These are our agents who want to lift you up. That was what makes us different. And then if you can, there's Cabo the first week in March. There's over 1,500 people going to that one. Brent's birthday, you're going. I told her husband last night, they're going. But you don't have to do something that big, but you can do something in your area. You can do a Zoom. We can get you any guest you want, is what I'm making a commitment to you. So in 2024, take action. And the other thing that Jean's going to talk about, and I know I'm just going to say this to you here, another thing that makes us a huge difference, and they said this on the Zoom, 60% of the stock is owned by agents. This is our company. So when I was working at Keller Williams, I got tons of education from them. They're a franchise-based model. And I had this area here, and then there was another franchise here, and another franchise here, and another franchise here. The difference with our company, we have no boundaries. So everyone is here to help everyone. That's why I flew here.
Yep.
That's why I came here, to be with this group. So I want you to reach out to them. They have some great ideas. I want to thank Katie and Deb and Jennifer, sorry. And I'm tired, and I'm getting on a plane in a few hours, and I'm going back through Houston, and I'm going to not repeat what I repeated, because I'm going to sleep in my own bed in California tonight. So can I please get a commitment from you guys that we're going to share with Jean Frederick? Jean is going to do a video promoting him being on. I'll get it loaded here. I will have it for you guys to upload on your Facebook, your Instagram, whatever. But let's show Jean that we are having fun, that this group is amazing, and let's share it with as many people as we possibly can next week. Does that work for everyone?
Yep.
I want to thank everybody for showing up. I want to give this woman, we're so alike. It's so crazy. Look at us.
Crazy.
We're soulmates. Look at our eyes.
This has been great, Peggy. Thank you.
You're welcome. I adore you guys. You lift me up. I learn from you. Keep showing up. Pick up your words. Pick out your words. You know, you can call me, text me anytime. Ashley, thank you for always being there. Even on the days that we all have other stuff we have to do. I appreciate it. And I'm going to just whisper these words. There's another retreat coming, and it's going to be in May. That's all I'm going to say right now. Bye, guys. We'll see you all next week with Jean. Bye. Love you too. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye, Miss Sarah.
Hi, Curly.
Paducah, not Podunk.
Good job.
Ashley, we missed you last week.
Aw, thank you guys. I missed y'all. Glad
Yeah,
to be back.
I know. I love your hat.
I hate hanging up. You know, do you remember when you were first dating somebody back then? No, you hang up. No, I'll hang up. No, you hang up. This is how I feel on this Zoom. Ash, can you stay on for a minute?
Not
I
really.
am, okay, we'll catch up. I got meetings here. I'm setting up coaching meetings and
Cool.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.
thank you.